And welcome everybody. Rick Bloom here from Brush Athletics with head coach Mike Dimatio from the Brush men's soccer team. Coach, welcome aboard.
Thank you for having me.
Just wanted to ask you a few questions here, let everybody have a chance to get to know you a little bit. If you could tell me how it is and why it is that you became a soccer coach. Obviously you played, but what drew you to the coaching profession?
I'm a Brush alumni. I graduated in '92, and I had a real great experience here playing at Brush for the soccer team. And I kind of carried that to play at John Carroll. And then I got my first teaching job was not at Brush, but after 2 years I did come back to Brush. And I was the assistant coach at Brush for probably like 6 years. And I became the head girls coach for 7 years. And I've been the head boys coach now for the last 11 years.
Okay. How about then, as you look at it from a broader perspective, what are some of the core values you bring to that coaching position?
Well, just hard work. Like I said, I really enjoy working with the student athletes that we have here at Brush. Generally speaking, we have a good group of boys to coach. They're usually pretty strong in school. And like I said, they work hard on the soccer field. I just enjoy being around them. Like I said, it's a great group of men that we have this year.
Well, we're right on the forefront of another season. Can you give me any kind of a preview at this point as far as how the team might fare, strengths, weaknesses?
So with the schedule, it's been a little different with not being in a conference. So we kind of had to schedule everybody independently this year. So some of the teams that we normally play that would be in the conference are not on the schedule. So we kind of had to go a little bit outside the conference, and we're playing some like Division II, Division III schools just by size. I mean, they're still quality programs, but just trying to find teams that aren't in the conference to play us. So it'll be interesting to see how the season goes. I mean, there's definitely some pretty good teams, maybe 2 teams that will be top 10 in Cleveland on our schedule, but definitely other teams that I'm hoping that we can compete with.
Okay. As a high school coach, a little different than being a pro soccer coach. So how do you view the relationship between academics and athletics, and do they play off each other?
Yes, like I said, I think for the most part we've had pretty good student athletes here at Brush. The state and the Coaches Association gives out an award every year for having a 3.0 team GPA and above, and we've won that for the last 11 years that I've been here, and hopefully we'll continue that this year. And I said Brush Soccer usually has won that award, I think, like every year. So I said I think we do a good job of hopefully getting kids to do well in school, and not necessarily to go on to play college soccer per se, but I think just to go on and be successful in college.
You have been around enough games of all kinds, manners, types. When the team's struggling a little bit, how do you approach that, and how do you sort of motivate them if you feel like the energy level is low, or if they're down a few goals? How do you handle that?
Well, I wish I could probably do a better job of that, but just try to keep positive with them, and like I said, having a great group of young men to work with, and they kind of see how I am. So like I'm not one to yell and scream on the sideline. I'm very, very mild mannered. I think the players hopefully kind of catch on that too, so that they don't get flustered during the games when if the coaches are yelling and screaming, then they start yelling and screaming, and the parents start yelling and screaming. I think we kind of lose focus in our game. So kind of seeing the coaching staff kind of being a little bit more mild mannered, and trying to just get on the kids to do the right thing and use those coachable moments with them.
What does your bench area look like during games? I mean, do you have a certain expectation for the kids? What is it you try to maintain over there while the bench is
Yeah, I mean,
there?
one of the ththings we try to obviously cheer our teammates on. Like I said, try not to be negative when bad plays happen. Obviously if calls are going to go against you during the games, and try to keep the bench under control, like that they don't start yelling at the referees as well. So like I said, I think it's a good group of young men, and like I said, I think they kind of buy into what we're trying to do here and the policies that we have in place.
Another tough one for you. A parent approaches you and says his or her child is not getting enough playing time. How do you handle that type of an arrangement? Because it's a lot different than the pro level or something like that.
So one thing is we try to obviously have the kids talk to us first. Like, okay, like if you have an issue with why you're not playing in the game, or you feel like you need to have more playing time, hopefully they come up to us, and then we try to give them a couple pointers. Like, this is the couple things you need to do well. We have a nice online website called Huddle. With Huddle, the athletes can watch the game film, and like I said, we could point out different things. We try to do game sessions. Sometimes when the weather's really bad, we can't get outside, and that's when we'll watch film sessions and start doing a little bit more of the tactical stuff and point out, like, this is what we did well, and this is what we need to improve upon. And
all right. Final question, what makes a good soccer player? I'm sure there's many attributes, but for you, what do you look for in a player?
Well, one of the biggest things, that we've been struggling with was obviously with our numbers. So we're trying to get, more athletes involved in soccer. And I think that's the big thing is having an athlete. We can't coach size, speed, strength per se, but we could definitely coach the skills of soccer. So, we're trying to find, students that walk through brush that are, that could run and be physical and stuff like that. And hopefully we can teach them the skills to be successful.
Coach, good luck on a 2022 season that brings you lots of success and good moments.
Thank you very much. Thank you.